All right, we are back. Welcome back.
What's up?
Oh, we live?
Yeah. So before we begin, I just want to let everybody know that what we need you to do is like our page on Facebook. We're under the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. Also on YouTube, the Uncensored Philly Podcast. Like the page, subscribe to the page, and then hit that notification button so you can get all of our hot takes right away.
And comment on it too. If you see something, comment on it.
We're going to read the comments, and we're going to comment on your comments. If you got a question or something you want to ask,
I will clap back.
I'm going to come back with that fire.
Yep. I'm hating. I'm reading your name off, and I'm hating on you.
You might get mentioned.
You better have an alias.
You gotta KD that joint to get a burner account.
Yeah.
It'd be a whole road next podcast.
But look, man, if y'all can't tell by the shirt, fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah.
So listen, for real rap, we got a whole joint ready to go for the Eagles. We ain't gonna touch that today, but obviously it's football season, so it's game time. And
wait. I want to touch on a little bit.
We might touch a little bit.
I want to touch on a little bit. Since you brought it up.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna say right now, I'm looking forward to Jalen Hurts getting in the game week 5 or 6.
So as y'all notice, we're gonna have 3 Eagles fans and a Cowboy fan.
No, we got
the only thing I'd say to that is the O-line is banged up.
Wait, real quick. You're right, Ethan. You're right about that. What do y'all think about Jason Peters? What do y'all think about Jason Peters' situation?
Give him the money. Pay that man.
It's $3 million more.
Applaud that man. Pay him his money.
He's guarding the left side or the blind side of the quarterback. Is he worth $3 million to have a quarterback standing up?
Only thing I'm saying is
he worth $3 million. Is Wentz worth $100 million?
And you know that I'm always for the player getting paid, but this sucker been milking money.
Don't
for
do
the
that.
last couple of years.
Don't matter.
Don't do that.
That's a premier position.
Don't do that. This is a business, Wayne.
It's a premier position.
He's a
that
business man.
Listen, he actually get helped out by the refs a whole lot because that bull false start a whole heap of times. But they don't. He's the quick. He ain't that quick. He be jumping. I'll be like, yo, this bull was false starting like a champ.
He just know the snap count. He fast. He a big man with.
Yeah, he know it better than the center and the quarterback. Yeah, I know.
Got cat-like feet. He quick.
He a dancer. He know how his feet move. Come on.
I agree with y'all though.
Wayne, if you know anything about a big man with quick feet as you love to dance. You cha-cha at every wedding I see you.
I know. Every
you the biggest
every reception we in. Life. He be having taps on his shoes. No, but seriously, didn't Jeff Lurie? Yeah. Jeff Lurie got money from the city of Philadelphia, from the state of Pennsylvania to build that stadium. He had the money to build it, but we helped, we funded that stadium. So it don't matter.
You're a season ticket holder?
What's your point? I'm making a point.
You're right.
The point is, it don't matter. Just pay that man. Pay the man the money.
Yeah, pay that man. That's small thing, man. They
so
gonna throw that.
Is that money gonna hinder them from paying somebody else?
No.
They got the boy. They try and use the 2 dudes. I forget the one guy name, and then the rugby player. They try and groom him. Remember the rugby player we got 3 years ago?
The Eagles got a lot. They. Yeah, you know what? See, now y'all get ready maybe get on. We about to talk Eagles today. Because y'all about to make me get on it. Because no, seriously though. Just a little bit. Howie Roseman is overrated as a GM. Howie Roseman as a GM is a bust.
No, he got us a Super Bowl.
He ain't get us nothing. He got fluky with that fluke joint, bro.
Listen, after
Jalen Mills.
You lived your whole life without a Super Bowl. And all those general managers, all these presidents of operations from Philadelphia.
No, don't listen to Tim. Tim, the same person that think Nick Foles is the savior because Nick Foles played 3 games and they won a Super Bowl.
He is the savior. I don't know what you're talking about.
See? Listen, is one Super Bowl? Hold on, this is the question: is one Super Bowl enough for your lifetime?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
I say yes.
Yes. The end of the world could come. I'm good with it. Bring it
No.
on.
Yes, I got one.
Oh,
We got
all right, then
one.
we ain't gonna talk. There's no need for us to talk
listen,
Eagles. We good.
Carson
then.
Wentz is
There's
the
no
only
need to talk
player.
Eagles. Y'all happy.
Listen, Carson Wentz is the only person I know that has a
Don't
Super
do it.
Bowl
We ain't gonna
ring.
start this right now, Tim.
He has a Super Bowl ring and never won a playoff game. Amazing.
Jason Peters too.
He's special. No, that's different though.
Look. First of all,
But you want to play Jason Peters?
see, y'all want to talk Eagles? We go see. Y'all did it. Y'all opened it
No.
up. Now here we go. We
Go
gonna
ahead.
do
Hey,
it now.
listen. All
All
right,
right,
what?
look, my man Carson. My only thing is, you got 3 Carson fans on here. You got Wayne like Carson. I think Wayne give Carson the love. Ethan give Carson love. Tim is
I love Carson too.
No, be quiet. Let me talk.
That's my guy.
He's a bona fide
Mute his
Carson
mic.
hater. Do I got host control? He's a
Nope.
bona fide Carson hater, right? But my thing is, the only thing he says about Carson that's true is I gotta see this dude stay healthy. I got to, especially when it comes playoff time. I mean, right now he running around with a soft tissue injury. What is that? What is this soft tissue injury?
I don't know.
I mean,
listen. First of all,
it could be some
don't get carried
Fugazi
away with
stuff.
that.
I mean, it could be Fugazi, but my thing is he's been hurt so much, anything is suspect now.
Well, since you brought up his injuries, let me just read off a few of them.
No,
He was drafted in 2016.
No. That's because everybody got to know Tim is a Dak Prescott fan, and from the beginning, I want Dak Prescott over Carson Wentz. So now, anytime, that's why he loved Nick Foles so much. He didn't love Nick Foles the first time around. Stop it.
I
he
didn't.
loved Nick Foles because he thinks
you gotta respect what Nick
Prescott
Foles did.
Credits.
You gotta respect what Nick Foles did. He led this team.
I respect the 3 games he won.
Yeah,
then,
I like the 3 games he bought. I liked it.
And then he almost did the exact same thing the following year.
No, he didn't.
It was Alshon dropped the ball.
We was crying for Wentz them first couple games. Remember we lost to Tampa Bay. Who else we lose to?
Tim don't remember that. He don't remember all that.
I mean, Nick did
started
get in there
like 1-3.
He did decent.
Y'all gotta be honest.
He did decent the Bears game. They won because remember that they missed that fluke field goal that John. I think somebody tipped it. Actually, he didn't even miss the field goal. Somebody, I forget who was it, Grant? Somebody tipped that field goal, and that's why we won that Bears game. He was born that Saints game. I'm giving credit. Alshon sold this out. Yep. I mean, I'm not hating on Nick, but you gotta remember this is one thing people forget about the Nick Foles. All the Nick Foles people love affair people got. He almost lost that Atlanta game, that very first playoff game.
You talking about the game they won?
Yes, the game
the defense won. Yeah, the game the defense won.
The game that they won, you gonna talk about?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. The defense won that game. Nick almost threw that game away. Remember, we stopped Atlanta. Jalen Mills, the boy everybody hate on, and justly so. He played.
Hold on, Ephraim. Real quick. You said Nick Foles was balling that Saints game. My dog going crazy. He got 1 touchdown, 2 picks that Saints game. Let's not forget. Okay.
It's revisionist history. Hey, Tim, guess what?
Okay.
Hey, Tim, where's Nick Foles at?
Nick is garbage.
He in Chicago.
Is he? What happened to Jacksonville?
He ain't like it out there.
It was too hot. Listen, like I told everybody, that team was a team of destiny. We was going to win that Super Bowl regardless.
No,
I don't care who started.
Did you forget about Philly? What about Philly? Did you
I don't care if AJ Philly was playing, we would have won.
No,
no. Listen, I will give Nick his props though. He balled out in that Super Bowl. You cannot take that from him. He balled out in that Super Bowl.
Anybody else would have lost because
anybody else wouldn't have lost.
Carson would have balled out too. Carson was balling that year. He was balling too heavy. His confidence was through the roof. The team was supporting him. We would have blew Atlanta out. We would have blew Minnesota out the same way we did. And I think he would have balled out in the Super Bowl the same way.
Yeah, and still he was on the sideline.
We might have blew New England out that Super Bowl, be honest with you.
If y'all really want to be honest with Carson is really – he's just not reliable. The only reason why you draft a quarterback in the second round is because you don't have faith in the quarterback that you have right now. You don't believe that he's going to be there for the entire year. You don't draft a quarterback in the second round when you got a lot of needs to go all over the team.
I agree. You right. But see, you try to make it like Carson's not good.
I never said Carson wasn't good. You try to make it like
Carson is not. The injuries is valid, but you try to make it like Carson wasn't as good a quarterback as Dak Prescott.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't think Eagles put. Personally, I don't think, and I blame Howie Roseman. I don't think he put enough talent around Carson Wentz.
Come on, what y'all want?
It's almost like
y'all want the Pro Bowl. That's what it is. Y'all want Pro Bowlers around.
But wait a minute. Who did he play with last year? Tim?
Answer.
Hey, hold on, Ethan.
Who did he play with last year?
Ephraim.
Yeah, Nelson
Aguilar. Tell us what receiver he brought in the draft. But tell us about the receiver position.
Yeah, Tim, talk about J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Talk about him.
I heard he had a good kid.
We talking about last year. Talk about J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
Carson Wentz was 9-7 last year. That was his record, 9-7.
Who was he throwing the ball to?
What was
the
that
first game he had Deshaun Jackson and
one game.
What numbers did he put out?
Super Bowl numbers. They was phenomenal.
Exactly. And what happened? We lost him. Now, what was Dak's record though? You say Carson record 9-7. What was Dak Prescott record?
I think they had the same record.
No, he didn't.
No, say it again. What's Dak Prescott record?
Listen,
it was 8-8.
Oh, they was 8-8.
Right?
Okay.
And who Dak Prescott had? Who he had?
Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott.
Wasn't Zeke hurt in the beginning?
What?
No, what?
No. He was suspended or hurt the first
no.
That was last year.
You talking about 2 years ago.
That was your, see, look.
No, see, I'm not a Dallas fan, so I wouldn't know. I'm not a Dallas fan, so I don't know. I follow the Eagles.
Look, he had everybody. He had way more weapons, and he still did worse. That to me is okay.
Listen,
he all right. He ain't better than Wentz. That's what it is.
No,
but I will say this. I still don't like. I'm still mad we didn't get DK Metcalf. Y'all gonna hear about DK Metcalf's name is gonna be on every single podcast we make this whole year.
You see what he did last year in the playoffs to us?
Stepped up to that.
What you say, Wayne?
I teased that up for you. You are like 5 minutes late. I was trying to set you up for that.
You even started talking to cut me off. I'm bringing his name up every time. I'm telling you, because there's no way in the world you watch this dude and you draft Whiteside over him. I'm telling you, that was one of the worst mistakes the Eagles will make for the next 10 years. Is going to haunt us. I'm telling you. And it already did. Hold on.
What about this year? They drafted Rieger over who was the wide receiver that everybody's talking about.
Oh, the bull. But they said about Jalen. What's his name? Jalen Rieger. They say he having a good camp.
Yeah. When we gonna see him?
In October.
Hurt.
He got a little injury.
That's the hard. That's the hard
week
part
6,
about
right?
Season. What'd you say?
We gonna see Jalen Rieger week 6?
No, like week 3 or 4. He got a little injury.
What about Miles Sanders? We gonna see him the whole year?
Are you gonna hate on him for injuries?
No,
like
go ahead, Wayne. Let Wayne talk about Miles. That's his man. Go ahead. Miles.
About that.
Who, Miles Sanders?
Yeah.
He's a cow toe. What do they call it? Cow toe, cow, whatever they call it. He's going to be
bell cow.
Dude. Well, bell cow. That's it. I knew it was something with cow.
He gonna be what? He gonna be that dude? You think?
I do. Well, no, wait.
I don't think he can last 4 weeks carrying the ball like that.
No, wait a minute. Let me preference this. I thought that he would be until I started seeing all these injuries on the offensive line. I don't know what the Eagles going. This the bad part about this season because of how the situations is. You know how usually we see the preseason clips. You know what I'm saying? Like you see the preseason games, or you see like they would show you like in practice, this is what was going on. Like you don't see all that now.
I know.
You don't see a lot of that. So I don't know what these dudes look like. So I ain't even going to sit here and act like I really know what to expect from them until I see them play.
I heard Jalen Hurts had a 99-yard touchdown pass.
You always hear something.
I'm just telling you.
I heard J.J. Arcega-Whiteside had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. They asked him.
Who was the Bull? Remember, we used to hear the Bull every year. Like he got the best team, the best hands on the team. And the Bull ain't never get no burn in the regular season. What was the Bull name? Oh my God, I can't remember.
You're talking about the Bull? I remember we had a young Bull, Gabriel. We had a Bull named like Gabriel.
It wasn't. It was back when the Giants kept beating us.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Wayne.
Bull, and they was hyping him every preseason. Like,
he was balling in preseason though. He was balling in preseason.
And then you never see him in the regular
his name. I know you're talking about.
That was the same thing with Ward, though. Everybody was always hyping Ward in practice all throughout the off season and all that. The Bull started in the playoffs. The Bull, what's his name?
But how long he been with the team though?
He been with the team for like 3-4 years or something. At least 3. He been with the team for a minute.
They should have been brought him up and set Ethan Bull down.
Who Ethan Bull?
Who's that?
The boy that was the boy they said would be dropping the babies. What's his name?
Nelson.
Aguilar. But right now they saying that they sit 1 week before the season. The quarterback of the Eagles, Carson Wentz, has some type of soft tissue.
No real injury. Stop, man.
A soft tissue injury.
I mean, but my thing is, but why would an injury, like it's not preseason, so why would they say he got an injury unless he really had an injury?
Because they're sitting him down and they don't want him to. Because because they don't want him doing nothing. Because they're afraid he's gonna get hurt.
He is. See,
that's scary to me. Like if
I agree.
That's like the bee thing. Maybe you talk about the bee joint and how they kept baby and bee and all. Like why? Like,
I agree.
Bro, if he can't, I mean, how much real contact they doing in these practices that you scared he gonna get hurt?
He got a red jersey on.
But see, that's the other part. Listen. I agree with you and Tim on that. Like to me, this is show and tell for Carson. I feel the same way with B. All the injuries and all this other stuff. I need you to man up, and I need to see you to come out and play.
I agree with that.
Pick your big girl draws on.
Boston Scott is still our best runner. Boston Scott's still our best running back on the team too.
Man, if you don't,
how I feel about B. Scott.
I'll leave that there. Boston Scott.
All right. We'll revisit this by week 6.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but Miles Sanders is hurt.
Real quick.
From carrying the ball too much.
Let me ask y'all think we should go get the ball Kamara?
They said he worked things out with the team that everything is all right. It was just like
I hate the Saints.
Yeah, it was just more so they he get a little emotional, but I think
what about with the Bull going to Tampa though?
What's his name from Jacksonville?
What's his name?
He's overrated. That's why he got released.
Think so?
Yeah. I like I think he came out of LSU. I actually wanted the Eagles to draft him coming out of college.
I think
he was injured. I think he had like bad knees, but he don't break a lot of tackles at all.
Yo, y'all remember that whole situation when we had that fake dream team? And when I'm telling you that's what Tampa feels like. It's like that fake dream team. They putting all these players together and it went up in flames. What was the quarterback?
Vince Carter.
Vince Young. He said that.
Because it's like the dream. It's like
the dream team.
So they said that they were like
the offense banged up. Can we rely on that D?
Our linebackers, I don't like what our linebackers are looking like. I
always rely on that.
Yo,
so 9-7.
I mean, I like defensive teams. I like defensive teams.
They still get that edit working. Buy the edit app.
I'm saying I like defensive teams. I would always like to rely on my defense to be defense wins championships.
Yeah, but we got the same dudes that ain't getting no real quarterback pressure.
All right.
But they got Darius Slade back there in the secondary now, though.
Yeah.
We still got to rush the quarterback. Derek Barnett hurt too again, right?
That's y'all. I told you that bull was a bum.
They was comparing that boy to Reggie White and everything, man.
No, they wasn't. Tell me they
doing too much. He
went to the same college.
Whoever did that need to be slapped. They moved the boy Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills is at safety. I forgot he went to safety, free safety now.
Derek Barnett ankle flexion is tremendous. Remember that?
Jalen Mills is not afraid for contact, though. So he actually might be all right.
No, I think he might be all right at free safety, and McLeod at the strong. I think that's what it is.
I like McLeod, though. I like McLeod. I'm glad he bounced back from that injury like he did.
You know who's starting that corner, right?
Who's that?
The boy I told y'all should have been starting the bull, Maddox. I told y'all he's the best corner on our team.
Yeah, Maddox. I like Maddox.
Yeah, he the best corner on our team.
Maddox.
I told y'all that.
Until we go up against these teams with real tall receivers, he playing against the Eagles.
He better than
dudes. Who?
He better than Clay
and Darby.
He better than who?
Well, got Darby to work.
What's the new dude name?
No.
You said Maddox is better than Slay?
Slay. What'd I say? Clay.
You said Maddox is better than Slay?
No, I'm not going.
You out your rabbit mind.
I'm not going to say that. But he was the best. He was the best corner on our team before at last year. He's the best corner on our team.
Overall,
that ain't saying
I
much.
agree.
That's not saying much, though.
What about the weak boy that be hurt all the time? Who is he playing this year?
So Ethan boy Sidney Jones?
Yeah, the boy Ethan Light.
Sidney
Yes,
Jones,
he
that
is.
was
And
an
listen,
absolute waste.
No, I'm gonna say this. I think Sidney Jones is gonna. I'm on record. Sidney Jones is gonna have a bounce back. He finished the year
Listen,
strong.
Ethan
last
only
year.
likes Sidney
He
Jones
afraid
because
of
they got the
contact,
same
though.
injury.
You
He
got to
afraid of
remember. Hold on. Hold on. Let me give my 30 seconds. The cornerback position is about confidence. That dude lacked a lot of. He lacked a lot of confidence last year, in the way he played. He got a lot of confidence yesterday. He had a back down against the Giants. I think he had that monster play against Dallas. So his confidence is high, and he's working with the Pro Bowl the guy we just got in here, Darius. So he should be fine.
Oh, now you want to get Darius props.
I like Darius. No, Darius a baller. I think Sidney, I mean, they've been keeping him. Right now, they got him as the second string. He's second behind Slay or Maddox to come in.
Is he nickel? Who's our nickel
right?
corner? I thought he was nickel.
Yeah.
I mean, they got him listed second, so I guess he'd be the first corner in on the nickel package. What happened to your boy Douglas? Why did they let your boy Douglas go, Ethan?
They ain't let him go yet, did they?
I ain't seen him on the roster.
I think he on the bubble. He ain't get that go yet.
When I looked the other day, he wasn't on the roster.
Who did you say?
Rasul.
I don't know. I think they should have moved him to safety. His ball, he has very nice ball skills.
He
can track the ball. He's slow.
No.
But y'all think we're gonna miss? Y'all think we're gonna miss Malcolm Jenkins?
No, I think Malcolm Jenkins. I think Malcolm Jenkins ain't do much last. What did he really do last year? I mean, he was a good leader and stuff, but to me, he was getting older. I think it was time to go in a younger direction.
I agree with that.
Well, he got his money. I'm happy for him.
If you listen to the mole from Tim Team that was talking about Malcolm Jenkins, and Malcolm Jenkins did a lot of selfish stuff on the team.
Oh yeah, he did.
He does the boy from
acknowledging
Dallas.
that the team, Tim?
Who's the boy from Dallas name again? Ethan.
First of all, that was my dude. I'm not a Dallas fan. I'm an Eagles fan. Y'all assassinate my character every time y'all say Tim and Dallas. It assassinates my character.
Wait till our what we got 32 something subscribers, our viewers. Wait till they hear you talk about Dallas and Gush all over Dak. Wait till they hear you Dak Prescott. They gonna be like, yeah, that boy Cowboy.
Right. Tell them about the segment, Tim.
Say it again. Okay, yeah.
Tell them about the segment.
So what we're gonna do? Because even though I do like Wentz, I'm a Wentz fan. I'm also a Dak fan, not a Dallas Cowboy fan, but I'm a Dak fan. So I'm going up against Ethan every week. So we're gonna be comparing stats on who's gonna have the better stats lines each week. I'm taking Dak. He taking his boy Wentz. We gonna
take the L.
Listen, it ain't just stats. You got because you know what happens a lot of times
too.
Yeah, a lot of time what happens is you get garbage yards. We all know what that is, right?
Yeah,
that's when your team down like 25 and you just start slinging the ball and they playing prevent and you rack up a lot of yards.
Yeah.
So that's gonna do a lot of that.
No, we'll see. So but right now next week we're gonna have a whole football. We probably come back either Thursday or Friday next week. Week 1, and we're gonna find out. You're gonna get our takes, who we like, what a record we think the Eagles will have, and who our picks for AFC.
So you know, for
NFC.
that segment, Ephraim, you know, me and you gonna have to do the fact checking.
Yeah,
Ethan and Tim both, you know.
Like to throw out a lot of random.
Go right off the top.
Yeah.
Freestyle. It's freestyle. Freestyle Friday.
Yeah. All right, hold up. So we got to touch on the NBA now, y'all.
All right. So let's jump right into this NBA.
All right, go ahead. What's up? So what's up? What we talking about with the NBA? What you got?
You thought that coach, our new coach, right? Who's gonna be our new coach? Is it?
Well, the rumor has it, and it's all speculation, but they're saying that Tyronn Lue is in the league as far as possible head coach. What do y'all think? Does that Tyronn Lue, the name, does it do anything for you?
Yes, I like it.
You do like it?
I can rock with it.
Why?
Rock with it. I was talking to one of my old heads.
Give him a shout out.
Ali Harris, one of my old heads.
Okay.
Is he listening to the podcast?
No, not yet. I'm
gonna subscribe. He's your old head then. He's an enemy.
That's free advertisement.
He's a friend from afar.
Yeah.
But one of the things he said, kind of what Tim was saying a little bit too, but he mentioned about, handling different personalities and being coaching a team to a championship, but also playing on a team with a championship. So you kind of know the ins and outs, both sides of coaching and playing, which gives you a little bit of insight on how to handle players and maybe coaching them up to get to that next level. Now, was he the dude on these teams? Nah, but he did play some integral roles, in helping them get there. And he's a point guard, which may be or played point guard, and which may be able to maybe allow him to help Ben real quick to develop some more. So I'm cool with the boy Ty Lue. I'm straight with
Yeah, I'm cool with Ty Lue too.
Yo, the Wayne get them curtains from Buckingham? Is that the Buckingham? Remember?
It looked like a funeral parlor.
Yeah, I think he stole Buckingham Assembly curtains.
It was the man behind the curtain.
Hey, Wayne, are those Buckingham Assembly curtains?
Those ain't curtains. Those are drapes. They're drapes.
Your mic is muted. You're muted.
My bad. The baby was disrupted. Y'all
hey, baby girl.
Y'all not gonna be busting on my decor.
Milwaukee about to lose again, y'all.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Tyronn Lue, man.
That's gonna be crazy.
Go ahead. Giannis overrated. Wait a minute.
Don't do that, Wayne.
If Giannis loses, is he going in the category with James Harden and Dame Lillard?
He would have to.
Don't bring up Dame.
I told y'all. Remember the other podcast?
Stop. Dame is a choke too.
I said Giannis ain't prove himself in the playoffs.
You did.
They're about to get swept.
He's a
reckless. They're not only about to lose. They're about to get swept though.
Number one team. They did number one team or number two in the league? They got the best record or second?
The best record in the league the last 2 years.
Yeah, overall.
But I guess
I'm gonna tell you like this:
when you're in a bubble, this home field advantage meant nothing.
It ain't about the bubble.
Last year when he lost to Kawhi. He lost to Kawhi last year. They not built
for the playoffs.
What is wrong?
They only down 3. Y'all act like they down like 100.
No, they down.
And it was up 10.
They down 5 with 2 minutes left.
I guess my phone got reset.
With 2 minutes and 49 seconds left.
Now they down 4, and Jimmy Butler got the ball.
Wow.
Jimmy don't be hitting on free throws like he's supposed to at the end of the games.
No, now you want to hate on Jimmy.
You're right.
That's still my man. That's still my guy.
Now you want to hate on Jimmy?
That's still my dude.
B want to be with Jimmy.
That's true. All right, so let's talk about that. So 3 days ago, Joel Embiid, after Jimmy dropped 40 points in Game 1 against the Bucks, Jimmy he tweeted Jimmy Butler #toogood, and then he tweeted if.
Shut up. That's my answer. Shut up. Because you know what I remember, and now I'm about to get on this daggone Brett Brown. This is my Brett Brown stuff again. Right. Bede was the first joker coming out. Bede and Brand, like they said, Bede and Brand went to the owner and spoke up for Brett Brown.
I read that.
You knew that Jimmy didn't want to be here with Brett Brown, and you spoke up for Brett Brown. So shut up.
Because Bede like getting baby by Brett. He like doing whatever he want at practice. No, he like coming in there.
B got to show. He got to show me something next year. And
I said that. Remember, I said
you did.
I want him to average 27 a game next year.
Yep. But you know another thing I heard that Ben Simmons actually played a role in Butler not staying too. I heard that he was he didn't like the fact that the ball was taken out of his hand by Brett Brown and given to Butler. And if y'all notice on that video, Butler mentioned that he said I would have been mad too if the whole entire year.
He did, but guess what? You know what Ben Simmons can do? Shut up! My fault. No, I don't want to hear Ben say nothing.
But Ben got to take some of the blame. He got to take some of that blame too.
Ben was scared to carry the ball down there. Remember, and that's what I said. And I give Ephraim credit in that Ephraim been consistent with it ever since then, talking about Ben Simmons scared to shoot. But if we remember, the first year they was playing, and I kept saying about Ben Simmons, until he at least learns to shoot foul shots, not even jumpers, until he learned to shoot foul shots, he cannot be the dude handling the ball down the stretch. Remember that game against somebody, he was so scared of getting fouled that he threw the ball to J.J. Redick while he was out of bounds.
That's true.
Like, what are you doing?
He was scared. He needed a dad.
Milwaukee just about to lose. They down by 7. They down by 7 with 53 seconds left to go.
Jimmy buckets.
All right, you know what? Let me ask y'all this real quick. and I don't want to get too stuck up on this because it's Done Deal Records. But y'all all listen to that, and this is to Tim Bull about the coaches. Y'all all listen to that Legler interview, John? Yo, that Legler interview was eye-poppingly crazy honest.
Y'all hated on me. Y'all hated on me.
No,
y'all
I
hated
gotta,
on me.
I gotta give you credit.
You know why I'm not giving Tim credit because I know you know why.
Because you a hater. You don't give nobody credit.
Wayne is a hater.
No. This is the only reason I'm not giving Tim credit.
Why?
Because I know Tim heard that.
I didn't hear that interview. I've heard him. He comes every week on 97.
Tim been talking about Legler, and I give you props to him.
Okay, so Tim, it wasn't based on that
while.
interview. My thing is, if you heard that interview, because that interview was over a week ago, if you heard that interview and ain't shared it with us.
No, I didn't. I've been talking about Tim Legler.
Listen, I'm going to say this about Legler. Just because you understand some points on the game, about the game, some stuff we was even saying, some stuff we even understood, don't mean you could be the coach. Just because somebody's a mathematician don't mean they could teach math. Like
he said he coached Little League. He said he coached Little League and stuff.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know if he's a leader of men. To be a coach, you have to be a leader of men.
But you know what, Joe?
But listen.
So what? So what? He knows some X and O's. Chip Kelly knew X and O's.
No, he knows the game, the NBA.
Chip Kelly knew the game of football.
No, Tim, I agree. First of all, Tim Legler ain't saying nothing new. He's been saying what I've been saying for about 5 years now. So all the stuff for calling out Brett and all the stuff that he do and all the coaching and all that stuff, we've been calling Brett out for that stuff.
But even the high screens and the low screens,
exactly.
That's those fundamental teachings that you got to drill in the heads of your players. And if, as a coach, he's saying, this is what I would have done. Then as a coach, I believe this is what he would have done.
And that's the same stuff.
It's easy to sit there in your chair in front of your computer and say, this is why I would have done.
All right, but all that being said,
go ahead.
All that being said, and this is outside of the coaching thing, whether he should or shouldn't be coached. I was impressed in how honest and forthright he was, and this was before the series was even over.
Yeah.
Dude, the only person who I ever heard trash Brett Brown was the boy Stephen A. Smith. I give him his props. The only boy trash. Legs even admitted. He said coaches and people in the media are reluctant on being honest about bad coaching.
Yep.
And he said something that I think one of us might have said on here in the podcast or on our own, John, when we were just talking. They said if a coach ain't important, you can't decipher bad coaching, and why have a coach? He said coaching coaching is very important. He came outright and said the number one problem with the Sixers was coaching. He said that like 5 times. He said it's bad coaching. I was impressed how honest the boy was, and the series wasn't even over yet. I think it was like game 3.
So let me ask you this:
and
why couldn't Elton Brand see that 2 years ago?
What? Elton Brand see that when?
Why couldn't Elton Brand see that 2 years ago?
Well, he wasn't here 2 years ago.
I think last year. The only year he had was last year when he had the decision. And I think y'all right. I think Ben and B put the pressure on him to keep the ball. I think he was going to fire.
They didn't say Ben. They didn't say Ben. They said Bede and Brand went to the owner and said they wanted to.
Brand was part of that?
They said Bede and Brand. I remember it.
This is what I'm saying.
Remember last year?
That's what I say about Brand. That's what I mean. As a former coach, as a former player, you can't tell this dude was a bad coach. So now I don't trust you.
Ethan, listen. Last year in the exit interviews, Brett Brown was talking to the players like he wasn't coming back. He was saying, "It was nice coaching y'all. I love all y'all." He thought he was gone.
He knew he should have been gone.
Then what happened was Embiid and then Brett Brown and Brand, because Brand actually got hired based off of Brett Brown's recommendation, because that was
he thought he owed it to him. He thought he owed it to him.
All right, we getting sidetracked. We talking about this.
My fault. I just want to say this last point. He should have knew he was going, because kind of like what Wayne said, though, and Ethan, you said the same thing. I mean, most of y'all been echoing this point. After the process was complete, he should have been done. It's very simple. After it was time to move on, I had to give a shout out to my girl Kim Foster. I think she said something like that too. She called WIP and said she dropped the bomb. Okay, but the real rap though, y'all was right. He was never ill-equipped to carry on after the process was complete. And they I guess, completed it when they brought in Butler and all them, and he shouldn't have been here for that. He wasn't the coach. And that's why That's why we don't have a championship. We should have won a championship last year.
But I don't want to hear Bede crying about it now. Because I don't want to hear Bede. You know what? Embiid and Ben Simmons, shut up. Shut up. And the next coach that comes in, listen to what they got to say, and then you show what you got.
And please, this is for Ben Simmons. Please don't put out no jump shooting videos this summer.
Yeah. Somebody send it. Somebody link this to his Twitter account.
And make sure away from the Jenners.
Don't put out no videos of you shooting threes.
You see what they did to Kanye? Run! Run!
All right, so since we still in the NBA, we all agreed that LeBron James. It's a consistent.
Hold on. Before you go there, Tim. Before you go there, because we gonna get to that. Are we going to address this Giannis not being a Scottie Pippen, the one Wayne was talking about? I mean, well, he's not a Batman. He's more of a Robin. He's not a Jordan. He's a Scottie Pippen. You going to address that tweet and then how LeBron got involved?
All right. So early this week, maybe yesterday was it, or the day before yesterday?
Yeah, I think
it might have been yesterday.
It was who was it? It was Jefferson, Richard Jefferson, and it was Williams. What was Jay Williams? They was talking about Giannis being not being a Batman, but being a Robin, that he needs his Batman. So do y'all agree with that sentiment? Do you think is he a number one?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, honestly, I'll give you my reason is, even if you look at Michael Jordan was dominating, doing everything, but it wasn't until you brought in a team that helped, a team and a coach that took him to that next level. So Giannis puts up his numbers. Go ahead.
Milwaukee got a nice team.
Giannis don't. So
man, they
hold on.
No nice team.
Do they have a legitimate Pippen?
That's what I was about to. That was my thing, Ethan. Go ahead. Speak on it.
Does Milwaukee have a legitimate Pippen? Because the boy
I agree.
I can't even think his name. The boy just paid $100 million to Middleton. Was very streaky this year in the playoffs.
The boy that's getting the same amount of money as Tobias Harris, but I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, he's been very streaky in the playoffs this year. I don't think he's legit Pippen.
Yeah.
At all. Not even close. He's more of a poor man's Robert Covington.
He's the cuckoo. So who is their Pippen then? They don't have a Pippen on Milwaukee.
No, they don't have a Pippen.
But the ball was out of pocket though when he brought LeBron in there. Talking about LeBron was a Robin and he went to D Wade's Batman. What is wrong? The boy Jay Williams is smoking, bro.
But tonight, Giannis, pretty much tonight was a closer. Today was a closeout game. It was either win or go home. He finished with 21 points. So you tell me that's not Batman. That's not Jordan.
Tim, go ahead, Tim. Go ahead. So what you think about Giannis? Go ahead. My fault.
I'm incomplete. I'm not gonna make that determination right now. I'm not gonna say he is a Batman, but I can't say he's a Robin even. But 21 points. I know what Iverson did with one person, and there's nowhere in the world in the game 3 down 0-2. There's nowhere in the world he's gonna finish with 21 points in the game.
9 assists. See, everybody always put everything on scoring, but if you're scoring. And these dudes is doing like everybody that they camping out in the lane. And to me, it's comparable to LeBron. Like I said, I
gotta get my charger real quick.
All right. I used to rip LeBron a whole lot early on. Ethan always was about LeBron. I give him that. Ethan always been a LeBron lover. But he always was about Bron. And I used to rip him Bron, but it's like now I look back at it like it was like when Bron was a young boy and his game was mostly going to the basket like that. They used to camp in. And he would kick the ball out to guys that you hoping that they're going to finish it off. And to me, that's what Giannis do. He got, not like Ephraim said, 9 assists, 16 rebounds.
Hold on, y'all. This is why, and Tim's not back, he needs to hear this. You can't blame it all on Giannis because his starting point guard and shooting guard, guess how many points they combined for?
What's that?
14 points. One had 8 and one had 6.
Yeah. I mean,
Tim only had 18.
No, yeah, I mean he do got help. See, I'll say this about Giannis. Giannis ain't nobody Robin. I don't see him being no Robin and no pimp. He is the number one. He is the Jordan. He is the Batman. My only thing is, and it's kind of the same thing what Brian was saying about LeBron. I mean, what Wayne was saying about LeBron. He gotta fine tune his game a little bit more. he got to make sure that he got that mid-range. If that's going to be his bread and butter, he got to get that mid-range down pat. So when it's time to score, you can score and can't nobody. If remember how Dirk had that little mid-range on that nobody could block? If Giannis get a mid-range on like that at 7 feet, this dude is like 6'11", 7 feet. And
that boy had 4 months off to chill. He couldn't do nothing.
If he could just develop that Kawhi mid-range. Yo, Kawhi joint is crazy, bro.
It's real crazy.
It's crazy.
It's real crazy.
Yeah. The way he just stopped, it's like he don't look fast or nothing, but he just stopped and just like, twat. Like that joint just neck.
He do.
Today I read Doc Rivers said he been running all on Paul Pierce plays, all them J's like that, the mid range that they was Paul Pierce plays. He said he brought them out for the playoffs and Kawhi been using them all for the playoff run.
Yeah, I mean that's Kawhi game. He did that in Toronto.
That's what a good coach.
That's what a good coach does. I agree.
But yeah, LeBron. So then LeBron got brought into it, right? Into the whole thing at the Pippen. But we ain't talking about Pippen because Pippen came back and snapped off. It said, "What he said?" Read what Pippen said again.
It was a little disrespectful, but it was right.
He said it to Richard Jefferson, right?
Yeah, he said to Richard because that's when he said, "I'm not Giannis. I don't have back-to-back league MVPs. He will in a matter of days, and he's not me. The question is, who are you as a player?"
What they do, Mike?
That was definitely a mic drop.
It was. It was funny though.
But it was true though. It's true though. That's the problem. You get all these dudes that's, you know what I'm saying, like all these guys that go into the media and they want to talk. That's the problem when you was a former athlete and you want to go and talk about stuff. Because boys is gonna call you on the carpet on yours.
That's facts. Go ahead, my fault.
Oh no, I was gonna move on to the Boston-Toronto series. So you want to wrap up your thoughts?
Yeah, I was going to talk about how then Jay Williams came out of pocket and he talked about how LeBron, and this is what Wayne was talking about, how LeBron was at one point a pimping to Dwayne Wade Jordan.
Listen, Ephraim, we need to enunciate because his name is Pippen. He wasn't pimping. He wasn't big pimping. His name is
was pimping though. Remember Pippen had like 8 baby moms or something.
Pippen was big pimping.
But actually, Pippen just lost his. Then who took his Future? I think Future took his wife.
Yeah, so
he wasn't his. She wasn't his wife.
He used to be pimping.
That's what it is.
But Jay talked about. I mean, what in the world was that all about? I mean, is that even worthy of talking about with you coming out of left field, talking about LeBron? LeBron was never, as much as you want to, I don't care who hate on LeBron.
What LeBron say?
LeBron was never a second fiddle to nobody. We can't really read what Bron said. All the details.
Y'all might just want to look it up.
Yeah, if you want to look it up on your own time. But pretty much, I like what Bron said. Listen, I'm here minding my own business. You're trying to get ready for Houston, and y'all dudes bringing my name into this. Like,
I mean, he already had to deal with James Harden and them beating him the first game, and he got to go through all this.
Yeah, no, listen, they
James Harden beating him.
Houston getting swept. You bringing the brooms out on Houston. Trust me.
LeBron, Lakers in 5.
I think it's going to go 6 or 7. I think it may go 6.
Listen, we going to see what we all wanted to see. That's L.A. versus L.A.
You know the only problem I had with L.A. though? With the Lakers, the only problem I have with the Lakers is they don't have Rondo and they don't have Bradley. Those are their 2 top defensive guards. Yeah. So that's why, like.
But you know who they do got?
Who that?
LeBron. LeBron James.
But see, LeBron, to me, this is the series that this is the series that AD should be the one killing them because Houston has no center.
I agree. AD, McGee, purple-haired Dwight.
Dwight should go off. He should be like the Dwight that went to the championship.
All those big boys should be going off. All they big men should dominate.
Yep.
Well, if you was Avery Bradley, would you try to come back now? Or can you come back now?
No, you can't come back now. He got to be quarantined for like 2 weeks to get in the bubble.
Listen, once you make a decision like that, you have to be man enough to stick with it. There's no going back. Just like Godwin for the Eagles. We didn't mention him either. Godwin.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The Eagles, Marquise Godwin, the one they signed from San Fran. Remember, he opted out the entire year.
The
speedy wide receiver.
And he said he chose his daughter this time. He said, the first time I'm gonna choose my daughter over my own career.
I respect that.
She had health problems, like coming out pregnant. Like she came out with health problems and stuff.
So y'all know I know about that. So I definitely.
I'm about to say, you could relate.
Yeah.
That brings us to Tim. Want to start it off?
Boston, Toronto.
I go ahead.
Now they lost a big the way they lost that game. Yes, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday?
Yesterday.
You think that was a serious momentum change, or you think they're okay? Boston's still in the driver's seat.
I think Boston's still in the driver's seat. I think that was like a Hail Mary last hurrah that they had to win that game. I mean, could it mentally give you a little motivation? Yeah, it could. I honestly don't think Toronto got the horses. The boy Siakam, the more I look at Siakam, I thought he could take over and be the next Bull. He's not. Siakam whack. He's a good role player.
Yeah.
He's a very good role player.
Don't say whack. He's not whack.
I'm telling you, he a little suspect. Like I guess I'm measuring him based off being the number one. He's a whack number one. All right, that's what he's.
He's a Tobias number one.
Yeah, I love Kyle Lowry game. I don't understand.
What'd you say?
Yeah, Philly Bull.
I love Kyle Lowry game, man. I can't understand how us from Philly hate Kyle Lowry. He's a Philly Bull bred. He's bred. That's where he's from.
No, I like.
He's born and bred here, man. North Philly. I love
Kyle
his
Lowry
game.
Got a Philly game. He got a Philly game.
Yeah, he do. The Philly Bulls hate him.
He been like Kyle Lowry because he played just like him.
Kyle Lowry game.
Whacking every time he touched the ball, smacking that hand.
Kyle Lowry game, honestly,
leg.
his game is a lot like he's not as skilled as him, but his game is a lot like Chris Paul's to me. Like that undersized dude that go to the basket hard and finish hard and can hit a shot every once in a while and play tough, scrappy defense. Is a similar type player.
He do. I mean, he balled. He was the reason why he was in that game. His three was all. He needs to stop shooting threes. That's the first thing he needs to stop doing.
He was missing terribly.
Hey, one day we got to do an all Philly team.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We got to do all Philly because we got between Rashid and Alvin Waiters.
Deion Waiters, is he on your team? Deion Waiters on your all Philly team?
He can't be. You got. Are we talking born in Philly or just
born in Philly?
Born in Philly.
Do we count the boy from what's the boy from Canada that died? He was tall. He went to Seton Hall.
You talking about the guy that went to Roman Catholic? You talking about
He went to Seton Hall.
I know who you talking about. Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin.
Yeah.
That's a legend right there.
Listen. Well, I mean, the week that's talking about NBA. Yeah, I'm about to say Hank Gathers.
Yeah.
Was it Lim Bias? Where was Lim Bias from? Lim Bias from?
I don't think so. Wasn't he Maryland or something?
Yeah, he's from the DC area.
He's from Baltimore. Okay.
All right, no, we're going to get on that another time.
All right.
But, what was I saying? You cut my phone off. I hate the boy interrupt me.
But y'all was talking about Boston, though. Y'all was talking about with Boston. This is my thing. Toronto won that game on a crazy last shot with Tatum only scoring like 15 points. like even though Kemba dropped 29, Boston, people got to realize Boston got 3 legitimate scorers. Like they got either Kemba, Brown, or Tatum can go off at any time.
Yeah,
they all streaky though.
But they all can give you 30 on any given night though.
That's what I'm saying. Either one of them, and even if one of them goes off for like 30, like how Kemba went off for 29, the other two have like 15, like 19 and 15 or something like that.
But see, I don't like how y'all saying Toronto. Y'all, if you watch the game, right, you trying to spin it like Toronto only won from a last-second shot. Boston was down and hit a last-second shot to take the lead with 0.5. Remember that.
In that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what happened in the other games?
We ain't talking about the other games. We talk about the last game.
Listen, you're talking about in a game for your playoff life.
And Toronto won. That's what you're supposed to do. Milwaukee should have won tonight.
And they barely won it.
Yeah. It don't matter.
But my thing is, so you think that shot gonna change the tide? You think?
I think it could do a lot. One win could do a lot for your morale, your team. You imagine going in down 0-3? Come on, man.
I agree with that.
Yeah, 0-3, the series is over.
Yeah, Milwaukee going in with their tails between their legs.
But guess what?
Sunday night.
Boston walking in there like Tatum think like, yo, I stunk it up and we still won.
Well, Lowry, he talking trash. He talking some.
He overdoing it.
He talking trash. He like, yo, they messed up. They should have closed the door when they had a shot.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
They about to lose by 12 next game. Watch. Mark my words. Mark my words.
What's the next one, Tim? Next series.
Clippers, Denver.
That's going to be a sweep.
Denver getting swept.
Yeah, that might be a sweep.
I'm going to tell you now. Houston getting swept. Denver getting swept. LA is on the collision course of the Western Conference Final.
Houston's winning about 1, maybe 2 games.
They're not. I'll actually be mad if Houston wins 1 game in this series.
So after tonight, you're going to be mad?
Yup. I'll be mad. If they win 1 game, I'll be mad.
Houston's going to get one.
Went hard and dropped 35.
I can see Houston winning this game. I can see.
Nah, I don't see him winning tonight. I don't see him winning at all.
I can see Houston winning game 1.
So how?
We'll know in a couple. We'll know in a couple hours. Because
I can tell you how
LA been sitting for like a week.
I don't even think it's that. LA is a bit. LA gonna have to slow the tempo down to win this. If LA gonna slow the tempo down and do it, but if LA tries to get into a running gun with Houston, and you start getting these dudes shooting, Houston went against OKC. People underestimate OKC's defense. Like the guy Dort. And is a couple of them other guys and Chris Paul, like they got defensive dudes and wing players.
I agree.
But LA don't got that right now.
So Robert Covington, Garden, LeBron James.
Who's thinking Westbrook?
Once LeBron start going downhill, it's over.
Ethan, I'm not disagreeing with you, but they can't get into a rip and run up and down game with them. They got to settle down.
You don't think LeBron?
I think
LeBron. I don't think LeBron. You think LeBron that not that smart to do that? You think LeBron that dumb to get into that involved in that?
He might. Sometimes you get into the moment of the game.
See, this is what I'm thinking, and we'll see tonight.
He start floating out and shooting a bunch of threes.
But this what I'm thinking. LA has the only big dude that's really not that athletic is McGee. AD can run the floor. Dwight can run the floor. So even if you get to running, they got big dudes that can run and still defend. What shooters? Real. Besides Harden, when he on and Harden be streaky, Westbrook is the worst 3-point shooter superstar in the league.
But everybody else on that team can shoot. Tucker can hit from out there. Covington can hit. Gordon can hit. You got a bunch of dudes that can shoot.
I let Tucker shoot.
But if he's getting wide open shots because Dwight Howard's sitting in the lane, then...
But that's what I'm saying. But Dwight Howard, he athletic. He not no big stationary big man. He can run out there and defend.
So if he runs out, then you leave the middle open, right? If he runs out, then the middle's open, right?
And he can get back and block your shot.
Come on, man. Stop.
The White is very athletic. The White one of the most athletic big men in the game. That's what I'm saying.
He gonna sprain a butt cheek doing all that running around.
Listen, they're built. Houston is built. Houston built to get destroyed by LA. They're built to get destroyed.
But it depends on the way the game goes.
Before we wrap up, I do want to say right now in his 17th year, we still consider LeBron James to be the number 1 player in the league, right?
Agreed.
Everybody saying consistent. Yeah. Now, right now, who would y'all say is number 2?
Not Steph Curry.
Who are we including? Are we including everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're talking about guys that's not even playing this year.
Everybody who's an NBA player, regardless of whether they was injured or not. Who would you say is the number 2, the second best player in the league?
I'd say Kawhi.
Why? What's your reason?
My reason is because to me, Kawhi Leonard plays offense. He plays defense. He's shown himself to be clutch. I mean, what he got? 2, 3 rings. You know what I'm saying?
2, I think 2 rings.
3 rings. He has 3 rings.
He won 2 with San Antonio? How many when he went San Antonio?
I think he got 1 with San Antonio.
Did he get 2 with San Antonio?
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Kawhi showed himself to be clutch over 1 shot, and LeBron has to make game-winning shot.
Wait.
Night after night. Hold on. After night to
we said
prove
LeBron is number
clutch.
1. We're talking about number 2 right now.
I'm just saying about the clutchness.
LeBron ooze. LeBron did say LeBron.
I know everybody agree with you. LeBron's number 1.
Kawhi proved himself clutch over 1 shot.
It ain't over 1 shot. He got 2
Name me another
MVPs.
Name it. You said hold on. You say he proved himself clutch. How?
What you mean? So you didn't see
Answer him.
He got two NBA titles.
When he beat LeBron, when he was throwing the cuffs on LeBron, and he was lighting LeBron up when he won in San Antonio, he wasn't. That wasn't.
You talk about when he had Tim Duncan. You hold on. You talk about when he had Tim Duncan. You don't care who he had.
I know. I don't care. Tim Duncan was old.
Tim was
old. Tim Duncan was old and done.
He's still old.
He was done. He was old and done. How many more chips did he go to after that? How many more chips did he go to after that?
How many chips did who go to?
Tim Duncan after that.
Tim Duncan went to none after that. Kawhi Leonard went to one last year.
Yep.
No, Tim Duncan went to another one after that, and they lost.
Not without Kawhi, he didn't. What one? They lost the first year against LeBron and them. The second year they won. The first year they lost because they wasn't feeding Kawhi.
No, the first year they lost to Kawhi. The first year
they lost to LeBron.
Miami lose?
Miami won the first year.
Yeah.
Because Ray Allen hit that joint. But after that, they
don't do that. See, this what I'm talking about.
No. LeBron led the team. I'm not. We already established LeBron is number one. Stop getting your back hairs up.
I know.
We already said LeBron number one. We're talking about number two now. So I don't even know why you got offended about.
I know you don't even got to defend LeBron. We all saying.
But no. All right, you don't have to defend LeBron. But
I'm not defending LeBron.
That is a legit question to say Kawhi is clutch because now I'm gonna say all right, Curry's clutch.
No,
you gonna ask why not? Because
he was getting rocked in that series when they beat LeBron the first time. Curry wasn't doing nothing the first few games.
He averaged 25 points a game in that series.
No. Go game by game. He wasn't doing nothing. He was getting clamped the first few games.
Yep.
The Bulls did a little something.
The very first game, Kyrie Irving was giving him the business before he got hurt at the end of it.
But what happened?
Oh, Kyrie got hurt.
And then what happened?
And then Iguodala got MVP.
And you don't even believe that.
That's actually what happened.
And you don't even believe that.
And then the year after that, Curry lost, and then he went and got he lost a 3-1 lead.
Okay.
A 3-1 lead. Okay. On the 73. How many games did they win that year? How many games did they win?
Okay. So
they didn't win 4 in the finals. They won 70. They won 70 something.
Regular season.
Okay. Let me get my
best regular season ever.
You talk to Kawhi. Can I talk? Exactly. You making my point for me. Thank you, Tim. I think Steph Curry is the second best player in the league behind LeBron. For one, he's the most complete game changer on the floor. That's
what did he change this year?
He's a complete. Let me finish. He's a complete game changer. All right. For one,
Houseway. You just said he was the leader of the most wins in NBA history. Most wins in one season. That don't count if you don't get the title, yo.
The leader. No. I'm not done. That's my point. He gets to the title and plays against the best player, the first or second best player in the history of basketball, and loses. Is shame in that? I'm not saying Curry's one. I'm saying he's two. The second best player lost to the first best player.
And why did he lose?
No shame in that.
He lost because the Bull got suspended.
I mean, his team.
Draymond Green was the engine that year, not Steph Curry.
Draymond Green was an integral part. He got suspended. Bogut got hurt. There had some things happen in that series. However, I still think once he steps on the court, he's the most impactful player on the court in any given game outside LeBron James. That's why I think
he's not even impactful if everybody ain't setting 50 million screens for him. Come on, man.
No, he don't need the screen. He keeps running. That's one thing about Curry. See, the thing different about Curry is Curry has a motor that won't stop. He keeps running, and he puts so much pressure. He puts the most pressure on any defense I've ever seen by anybody.
He runs off of screens.
He runs off.
Listen,
no, but Steph
Curry is JJ Redick with a 10.
No, stop. I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to do that.
I mean, he's my pick. Steph Curry's my pick, and that's why I say I think he's the most impactful player with either with or without the ball.
Kawhi has
constantly.
Who you got?
Hold on. Kawhi has 2 rings.
Yeah, I know what you just said.
That's what I said.
2013-14. You know what he averaged in the playoffs that year with his ring?
16.
14 points a game.
What did he average in the finals? Then what did he average in the finals?
He averaged 14 points a game in the playoffs.
What did he average in the finals against LeBron James?
You still got to get there. You still have to get there.
In the finals?
He averaged like 17. He averaged like 17 in the finals.
His defense was sick, though.
It wasn't that much. It was like an Iguodala. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in recent history, him and Iggy was the only MVPs not to have over 20 points a game. He only averaged like 17 points. Iggy MVP was atrocious. That MVP
was.
You're not gonna let that go.
The MVP should have been LeBron.
You never gonna let that go.
It should have been LeBron.
If you want to give it to somebody, I agree. If I'm not giving it to Curry, if I'm not giving it to the winner, and I'm giving it to the loser, I give it to LeBron. But Curry should have won that final. I mean, that MVP.
By the way, Tim Duncan's averaged more in the playoffs. Tim Duncan averaged more that year than Kawhi in the playoffs. He averaged 16.
In the finals. In the finals, what he averaged.
This is what I'm talking about. You still have to get the other playoff games don't count. Round 1 don't count.
But
round 2 don't count.
And you still
round 3 don't count. None of this counts.
And Kawhi Leonard was a defensive stopper. And that's my whole point.
So stop acting like he's the only reason why they won in San Antonio.
I didn't say he was the only reason why. Where did I say that? You was arguing because I said he was clutch.
He was the pimping.
I said he was clutch.
Yes, he was.
Ethan, you didn't say who your number 2 was, though.
In the finals, right?
Or you're more like the Craig Hodges. He was like the Craig Hodges on that team.
I'm leaning a little toward KD.
Why? Okay, now all right.
So you can't say Steph if you're gonna say KD.
I would take KD over Steph.
No. Step back, Tim. Let them have this out. Go ahead.
Hold on. It's like AD, KD, Steph. I like, and I'm gonna say this. KD. Let's put this out here. KD had his best statistical years playing with Golden State as far as his field goal percentage and his assists. He was a monster. He was over. He shot his best field goal percentage playing with the Golden State Warriors because of Steph Curry. Let's give Steph Curry his credit.
Thank you.
It's because of Steph Curry and the way Golden State plays. Agreed. And the type of person Steph Curry is who even allowed Kevin Durant to prosper on that team. So without the Steph Curry type personality, KD would have never flourished. But KD is a baller. He's a baller. So it's hard. It's tough.
I'm not. Go ahead.
Steph Curry won't get past the number 4 team in the league this year.
Kawhi go to a stacked team in Toronto.
He won't pass number 4 in the West.
Kawhi go to a stacked team in Toronto, win a chip. Now he's the second best player in the league.
That team should have about to get. Well, they should have got swept. They about to lose. They about to lose in the second round. Hold on,
but they're in the playoffs. When LeBron left Cleveland, they ain't go to playoffs. So if he was that good,
comparing him to LeBron. We said
hold on. What I'm saying is, if he was that great of a player, you would think that team would take a tremendous dive when he left.
You're comparing him to LeBron. We're not comparing him to LeBron. LeBron.
You have to. If he's number 2 in the league, he has to.
But we're not comparing him to LeBron as number 2 in the league. We're saying LeBron is clear cut number 1. Now we're talking about who's after LeBron.
Steph Curry.
I'm gonna go Kawhi.
I mean, listen. I'm actually trolling a little bit, Ephraim, though, because we always talk about that. Steph Curry is, to me, the greatest shooter ever that played the game. So I will give him that. But to me, I just give credence to a player that can dominate in more than one way. Like and to me,
if you can play offense and
Kawhi
defense.
can play offense, defense. He could clamp. He get rebounds.
Hold on. If that's the case, let me change up. If that's the case, AD's number 2.
No, you saw what he did when he was in New Orleans. You know what he can do.
Yeah,
if that's the case, AD's number 2.
Nope.
AD can change a game offensively or defensively.
When he want to play,
even
only
more
when
so
he got LeBron. Only when he got LeBron.
Didn't Steph Curry lead the league? Didn't Steph Curry lead the league in steals the year they won 73-9?
He did lead them 1 year. The year that they lost a 3-1 lead?
Yeah. To LeBron James, the greatest player of all time?
Yeah, but he lost a 3-1 lead.
Okay. To LeBron James?
3-1 lead. He lost a 3-1 lead.
To your GOAT, because you call LeBron the GOAT. I call LeBron the GOAT, too. So
he lost a 3-1. If you're this great player and you got a 3-game lead.
But he lost to the greatest player.
Okay.
All right, real quick, Tim.
And then he had to go run and get Durant.
Give me your top 5.
Durant ran to get him. That's not.
Give me your top 5.
Is in the league right now?
Yeah, top 5.
NBA. I'm gonna go with my man. What's his name? LeBron, Kawhi, Durant, Steph, and the 5th, and Giannis. But every game he lose, he's shrinking.
Some kind of power ranking.
Yeah.
I like that top five. I just put Curry at 2, but I like the 5. I like this top 5.
I do too, but it's hard. It's hard for me to put anybody up in the top 5 right now
Luka?
that's not playing.
Luka, you want to put Luka in the top 5?
Yeah, Luka's definitely in the top 5. He might get the first 2 slots.
No, I would have to think about if you're not including Curry and Durant. Like I said, to me, to me, when I say the top in the league, I'm talking about as of right now in this year or in this year playing.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. But if you're talking about like just in general, like talent right now, like that's not playing, then I agree with Tim's 5.
Who you got, Ethan?
I think Giannis gets swept. He's coming off top 5. I'm sorry.
Who you putting up there instead of?
Who you putting above him?
If Harden don't get swept, Harden takes his spot.
Harden getting swept.
Who's your bubble top 5?
Harden gets swept, I'm putting Luka up there.
Who's your bubble top 5?
But Luka didn't even make it to the second round.
Yeah, but he gave the Clippers a run for their money. That's the second best team in the league.
Right out the first round of the playoffs.
I'm just saying. He got ousted the first round. So I mean,
first round.
Ain't second round? Don't that mean something?
With a jacked up ankle, and who was his backup? Who was helping him?
Trey Burks. Trey Burks.
Trey Burks was a starter.
He had Hardaway Jr. He had Hardaway Jr.
What? Listen to yourself. Is he a Robin? Is he a Robin?
Hold up. Let me ask you this. Hardaway Jr. averaged more in this bubble playoff than your boy Kawhi did at the one Ethan just read that you was join Kawhi. Tim Hardaway averaged 17.9 points a game.
That was a different game back then. Hardaway ain't playing defense like Kawhi played.
Yo, you probably not. I give you that. But he also had Curry, baby Curry. Baby Curry was the highest 3-point percentage shooter in the NBA.
You and this Curry love is interesting. You and this Curry love is the dude averaged 12 points a game, and he's the greatest shooter. So is he better than Steph? He shot a higher percentage than Steph do. Is he better than Steph?
No, he's not better than Steph because the overall game ain't there.
All right, yo, mute him, Tim.
He's not better than Steph. He's not. Why you mute Tim? Don't do that.
My bad. I'm trying to.
You muted everybody except me.
Y'all gotta unmute yourself.
All
right, but listen. This year, if you talking about bubble top 5, I think Tim just asked bubble top 5. Luka in my bubble top 5. I can't.
You're saying bubble? Luka did this all season.
I'm talking about. All right, if you're saying top 5 without Kawhi, without Curry and Durant,
right?
If you want to name the players,
right?
He probably creeps in there. But y'all forgetting about CP3. The Bulls CP3 is a baller. Now you talking about CP3 ball. You're right. CP3 carried that team. I can't put Luka over CP3.
I agree.
CP3 don't put too much work in.
I could put him over CP3.
You're right.
You think Luka could have did the same thing? Do you think he could have did the same thing?
The first round either. CP3 ain't get out the first round either.
CP3 went to a game 7 and almost and got robbed.
He went to a game 7 against the number 4 team, where Luka Doncic went and played. What he went game 6 against LA Clippers,
number 2 team.
Who's a potential? And CP3 cried at the end. Luka ain't even cried at the end, so he ain't really won it.
I know he ain't had that desire.
So you felt that way when B cried?
Yeah, but I thought he was gonna come back better than he did.
So none of the Celtics players get any love.
For what?
Okay.
I gotta give the Celtics.
I like
team.
Tatum.
The team is a very good team. It's just Boston. We just never can root for Boston. It's just
I hate Tatum and I like him a little bit at the same time.
I actually do like Tatum, but I don't think he's. And now, mind you, we talking top 5. Remember the last thing? I never said Luka is top 5 overall. I said top 10. That was the argument that we made.
He's definitely in my top 10 and for this year.
Yeah.
For this year.
Top 15 for me.
You still got, and like I said, you got to put the boy. Y'all want to hate. Y'all got to put baby Curry, Trey Young in there.
He's not on Luka. He's not where Luka
is. They the same year. They came out the same year.
How many rebounds Trey Young get?
He averaged like 4 rebounds, like 9 assists.
He needs to be able to get his team.
And Luka averages like 9 and 8.
He got a better team. Who got a better team, Luka or Trey?
Luka averages 9 and 8.
Who got a better team, Luka or Trey?
Luka averages more
Trey
rebounds.
Got some nice young bulls on his team.
Who got a better team?
No. Luka definitely got a better team.
Thank you.
But Luka, this is my whole thing.
Trey Young is 6 foot tall, 6'1".
I don't care. I don't listen.
Yeah, why don't you care about that?
Because it don't got no. Guess what? So am I going to say, well, Shaq was 7'1" and monstrous, so I can't give Shaq as much props as Allen Iverson because he was.
I'm talking about when you talk about rebound, because you adding rebound to the equation. I'm like, what is that?
Because that's part of it, though. But that's part of it. The same reason why Kobe Bryant was better than AI because he was bigger, he played better defense, and he could do stuff like more stuff because he was taller. That's what I'm saying. Height matters.
But you be told, even from a guard rebounding, Steph Curry averaged, I think, just as many rebounds as Durant. Curry averaged like 6 rebounds a game for a point guard. That's incredible. But he does. You look at stats. You always want me looking up your stats. You look it up.
All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up. We'll be back on Thursday night.
We ain't going nowhere. We got all night.
We're gonna do an entire NFL.
I'm about to look at Luka versus Trae Young since y'all want to talk.
Yo, give me your top 5 in the comments.
Yeah,
your second best player. Who y'all think?
Yeah. So Ephraim, tell them again how they can hit us up.
Steph Curry averaged 5.2 rebounds a game in the regular season, and if I'm not mistaken, he averaged 6 in the playoffs. I gotta look at the playoffs.
So how many Durant average?
They're gonna be going all night.
I know I'm about to cut them off. It's all right.
Yeah,
listen. Like our page on Facebook is under the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast, also on YouTube.
Hold up.
At the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast.
Trae Young shooting 42%.
Like the page, subscribe to the page,
42%.
and don't forget to hit that.
Don't put that jack job up in here.
We'll see y'all in the next podcast.
Don't you cut us off. No, but look.